Hey, what's up, everybody? Nick here. Well, tonight, Vincent DeSante and the team from Womp Stomp Films followed up their massively successful Friday the 13th fan film, Never Hike Alone, with the much anticipated follow up to that, Never Hike in the Snow. What did I think about it? Well, stick around and find out. All right, so Never Hike in the Snow premiered tonight, October 13th, 2020, at 8 p.m. Central Time. And I literally just got done watching it, and I want to give you guys my quick thoughts on it. And because it just premiered tonight, I am not going to drop any spoilers in this reaction video. I'm just going to give you my thoughts on what I liked and maybe something I didn't like, and just kind of go from there. So these are my thoughts. I'll do my best, like I said, to not spoil anything. But here we go. The first thing I noticed in this film was the amazing visual effects. There are a few scenes in here where I don't know how they pulled it off, but there were some really, really good kills in this movie. I mean, I'm not even talking just fan film style. I'm talking, any film style. I would have been like, wow, it was pretty fucking cool. So that's the first thing I noticed, and probably my biggest takeaway from this is, with a budget of a fan film, and I know they had a pretty damn big budget for what you would consider a fan film. But for that budget, which is small potatoes in the grand scheme of things, they were able to come up with very inventive and cool kills. Much cooler kills, I think, than you see in a lot of the other sequels, where it's just, it's just lame and it's forced, and MPAA was hacking shit to shreds in the late 80s. I like these kills better than most of the most recent ones we got. So I even liked them better than the Friday the 13th remake in 2009. So big thumbs up right there, right off the bat. The other thing I liked was the atmosphere of the film created kind of a sense of dread. Much like Never Hike Alone had that great atmosphere when I can't remember the hiker's name is, going through Camp Crystal Lake, and you're just kind of on the edge of your seat. There were also similar scenes like that in this movie, especially towards the end, where you're just kind of like wondering what's going to happen, and you're on the edge of your seat. Really, really cool. And speaking of that, let's get right into the kind of the way this story is told. It's told much differently than Never Hike Alone, which could be a good or a bad thing depending on how you thought that story was told. I didn't mind it because it's a new movie. You can't just do the same thing. He's got to kind of, and the team at Womp Stomp's going to kind of show their storytelling chops here. Show people that they can tell stories in multiple different ways. So it's kind of what I expected. But overall, I enjoyed the way the story was told, from a different point of view, or a different way, we'll say, than Never Hike Alone was. And finally, my last big positive was there was a lot of cool callbacks to some of the original Friday the 13th movies. And when I say cool callbacks, I don't mean there was a telekinesis person where there was, it takes place near Manhattan or some shit like that. No, these were from some of the cool Friday the 13th movies that hardcore fans are going to love. I know I loved. I kind of was getting a little bit giddy when I saw some of the shit that they did. So bravo on that front. That's how you do callbacks. That's how you do fan service, so to speak. So they knocked that out of the park. All right, let's get to my big negative. And my big negative, well, it's actually not that big of a negative. It's probably one of the best things you can say. But the runtime was less than 30 minutes. Coming off Never Hike Alone, where it was, just under an hour, I was kind of expecting it to be another hour. But it kind of ended, and I was I was kind of like, what? That's it? That's it? I was expecting that we were only halfway through the story. But that's one of the great aspects of a good movie is, you leave the audience wanting more. You don't want to go too long where it's like, okay, this should have ended 20 minutes ago. But I thought it was kind of an abrupt ending. Now I understand that they're probably going to have many sequels to this or set up some kind of series. Just based on what you see, you can kind of tell that this is the first part of a multiple act or multiple part story. So I get that. But maybe I was just so into it that I was just a little disappointed, and I thought it just kind of ended abruptly. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on this film without spoilers. I just wanted to get my thoughts out there. If you're a fan of the Friday the 13th series, if you like to never hike alone, I would highly recommend you check out this movie. High quality for sure. Thanks.